I've been singing and in the performing arts ever since I was a little girl. And I guess I could say that I had the dreams like everybody of, I want to be a big star, I want to singing and blah, 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 and all these different things. But the way that my life worked, I got married when I was 21 years old, and then I started my family, and you get into the workforce, and you got to take care of your kids and all these other things. And so it was always like this battle. When you have a gift, and you have this passion, and you want to be able to share it. And when it, especially as an entertainer, as an artist, it's one thing to do your passion, but how do you really make a living doing what you love? Sometimes you just kind of like, a starving artist, and sometimes you gotta have to go back and forth. Do I give this up? Should I just step into reality and just go to work and put this dream to the side? But it was about just not letting the dream die, just knowing I need to sing. I have songs I want to write. I just don't know how I'm going to do that and manage my responsibilities once you get it, into life. And so I had always been, taking care of my family, working full time, but always finding some way to kind of keep a foot in the arts. Either it was a play that was happening, Mama, I Want to Sing, that was going on. I'd be in that for a little while, or whatever I could do to kind of give back to myself in that way. And so it wasn't until I'm from the Bronx, New York, and I moved here in 2007 with my husband and our 2 children, and it really was a time for me to redefine myself. Because in New York, I had my mom, I had all my friends, and so the fast-paced living, you really don't get an opportunity to really sit with yourself in that way because you're always going, going, going. And so when I moved to North Carolina, it was a real time of solitude. I didn't have any friends, any family. He went to work, the kids were in school, I had to find a job, and it was really a time for me to say, well, who are you? What are you going to do? And I have, been dealing with alopecia since I was 25 years old, and it was really something that I would say, coped with. I put a wig on, I went to work, I did what I had to do. Was I happy? No. But you're just handling it, And it wasn't until 2008 that I really began to settle into what is it that you want to do, and really wanting to get free, and realize that I was just coping with having alopecia. I hadn't really accepted and really owned up to the fact that, what, Sandra, your hair probably never grow back. And this is, the fear of people finding out or not wanting to go outside without your wig, and all of these different heavy emotions that I was still carrying around. I felt like I needed to be liberated from that. Like I couldn't fully move into who I wanted to be and be all the way me until I first deal with my baggage. And so it was really a personal place of liberation of saying, and that's when I created the film, and really getting to a place where I said, you know what, if I'm going to be bald, then I'm not going to be, hiding it and scared and just feeling some type of way about it. I'm really going to have to heal and just accept it and just say, you know what, I'm going to do bald. I'm going to do bald, sexy, bald, fabulous bald.
And you have.
Be all the way bald. I mean, if you got to be bald, then be all the way bald. And it was just a real choice, where you kind of fight back and say, you know what, I'm tired of you hurting my feelings. I'm getting over you. Guess what? I don't care. If this is what it is, then it is what it is. And I'm going to make it work for me. And so, and in doing that, in that whole process, and I don't have, my career is not as established as, some others. So I'm still evolving. I'm still growing and learning my brand and finding out what my brand actually is. And so I never wanted, I wouldn't choose to be an artist, and I didn't, in terms of like the bald artist, that wasn't the look I was going for. That wasn't, I'm like, no, I don't want to be the bald singer. It's like, that's not what I was intending on. But then, and at first I really thought that it would be something that would make me not be able to compete mainstream, because I look so different. No, that's not. But then I really had to kind of shift my perspective and really understand who I am, and I don't have to be a carbon copy of what everybody else is doing. And this very thing could be the very thing that really elevates me and gives me a unique difference and a competitive edge. And I could really use that in a way that's not only going to be powerful for me and competitive, but it's going to be really amazing and powerful for so many other people that will see it an experience just by showing up and doing it, and it's going to help free other people from whatever their bondage is. So it was bigger than me. Then it became a passion. Then it became a mission, like, yeah, bald rocks, you know? It just shifted, like, yeah, we going to show the world. Yeah, I don't care, you know, do your thing, girl. And I had no idea. And then it was like writing songs about it, you know. And then it was like everything just kind of flew, you know, just kind of grew from underneath that of who I already was, someone who liked to sing songs that were inspiring and just help other women, connecting with other women. So whatever your brand is, it's not outside of yourself. It's all the way who you already are and who you've always been. And it's just about identifying all along your life, like, wow, the clues have been there. I've always been that person. And then you just kind of wrap it up in a nice little bow. And so it shifted into now this passion for me to go out and to use my gifts in that way. So I don't have to be a starving artist, because now I can formulate that into a real business, because I don't have my eye on being this huge whatever. I just want to be able to go out and share my story and, you know, help other people. And in doing that, the doors have been opening and the blessings have been flowing, and I'm just grateful.